Hey everyone, it's James at geometriccharts.com. About 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, June 20th. We got the daily chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. So first of all, video is not investment advice. Second of all, I talked about some volatility here. It did look like Bitcoin was getting ready to kind of roll over a bit, but we are getting a little more of that stretch. I kind of felt like, I was talking to myself that, based on what was happening with the stock market, gold, oil, it's just a massive explosion across the board that I felt like Bitcoin would get a little more of a boost to it. So we could potentially see Bitcoin heading right toward that 10,000 level. If Bitcoin does break through 10,000, then I think it could realistically pop up into the 11,000 area. There's really not much resistance between 10 and 11. It's kind of like a little hollow pocket opened up in Bitcoin. So if this move does hold up, it could easily accelerate to that zone. Now, there's not a lot of momentum behind this push. There hasn't been. There still is a very aggressive bearish divergence line. Obviously, the longer-term bearish divergence line. We do have the short-term bullish divergence line, which Bitcoin has gotten back above as well, too. But, again, the further this thing keeps stretching and stretching and stretching, it's just like you stretch the rubber band. You stretch the rubber band's going to snap back. The further it stretches, the further it snaps back. It happens in every market. I mean, obviously, this market has proven it way too many times. But, again, it's definitely stretching. So, if it breaks through 10,000 and it holds above 10,000, I would expect at least 11,000 before it really starts to kind of find some resistance at in price. So that is pretty much it for Bitcoin. I imagine the volatility is going to pick up. A lot of the alts are kind of moving like snails across the board. The only one that really seems to be running around like a maniac right now is Bitcoin at the moment. That's been a fairly cautious sign for Bitcoin in the past. Volume's dried up a lot, over 5 billion down to like 1.5. Now we're kind of poking up to that 1.9 level. So again, that door's there. The door is there. If Bitcoin breaks 10, it's going to 11. And then maybe from there, there's a deeper corrective move. But it is definitely stretching, and there is less and less momentum, and obviously you don't even need to look at the volume. You just look at the momentum indicator and see what's happening in the underlying nature of what's happening and basically in the marketplace. So again, that's been dwindling the entire time during this rally, and then on top of that, the alt's really not moving at all. So if we do see Bitcoin break up to 10,000, and the alts are still not really picking up steam, again, I would take it as just a red flashing light. Like, hey, watch out, get ready. Something very odd is going on in the market, and it's happening plenty of times in the past for Bitcoin. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I kind of summarized everything as fast as I possibly could. Just kind of lay it out there in a really simplistic format to where everyone understands like what I believe will happen, especially if we breach certain levels. If Bitcoin starts reversing and we start breaking down below like 9,000, I think that would be more than enough to really start the drop in price, especially after price is getting crazy vertical. And you can obviously see the slope now, and here we are going into a straight line basically vertically, and it doesn't hold up that long. It doesn't. You can look at the chart. The only time it held up was when we went all the way to 20,000 and things got absolutely insane during this time. But even then, there was some crazy whips, and we haven't even seen anything to the magnitude of the crazy whips that we used to experience in this market. So anyways, that is it. I'll produce another video on Tuesday. I would expect Bitcoin more than likely, unless there's some crazy reversal, to keep trying to push higher. But I do not think it's going to end pretty at all. I think it's going to be a very deep and severe corrective move that is going to catch a lot of people off guard. And it will it will definitely come like a thief in the night when no one expects it to happen. But in the meantime, there is some potential upside for this market, especially if it breaks that 10,000 level. So that's it. Talk to everybody on Tuesday. Hope everybody has a great weekend, great day, great night, depending on where you are in the world. I thank everybody for their time and support. If you do like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and follow.